The office party was in full swing, laughter and chatter filling the sleek, decorated hall. I had dressed to impress, making sure my appearance caught every eye, including his. My husband, Daniel, stood across the room, laughing with colleagues, unaware of the storm that was about to unfold. I had been having an affair for months, and tonight, in the haze of celebration and alcohol, I allowed myself to cross the line I had previously avoided. I approached my lover, Alex, smiling and leaning a little too close, letting my words drip with flirtation. I made a careless joke about Daniel, about his awkwardness, his dull sense of humor, and chuckled as Alex laughed along. The thrill of secrecy and rebellion coursed through me, but I didn't notice the shift in the room until I looked up. Daniel's face had changed. The warmth and laughter were gone, replaced by a cold, terrifying stillness. His eyes locked onto mine, unblinking, and in that moment, I felt a chill that had nothing to do with the air conditioning. Everyone else seemed to fade away, and all I could see was the calm intensity in his gaze. My chest tightened, and for the first time that evening, I realized I had underestimated him. Before I could respond, Daniel calmly walked toward us, each step deliberate and measured. There was no yelling, no drama, just a quiet force that made the room hold its breath. My flirtation faltered, my words stuck in my throat. I had expected confrontation, maybe anger, but this was something far more unsettling: control. When he finally reached us, he leaned in slightly, his voice low, almost a whisper. "We need to talk," he said, and the words alone carried the weight of a storm I couldn't avoid. I felt the blood drain from my face, my mind racing for excuses, apologies, anything to soften the inevitable fallout. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't make a scene. Instead, he looked straight at Alex, who had gone pale, and then back at me. "Tonight," he said, "you made a choice. And now you must face it." His calmness was terrifying, because it was the calm of someone who had already calculated the consequences and would not be swayed by panic or pleading. I felt trapped, exposed, and utterly powerless. The thrill that had driven me to mock my husband, to flaunt my betrayal, evaporated instantly. I realized, in that terrifying silence, how badly I had misjudged him and underestimated the impact of my actions. Daniel didn't yell. He didn't humiliate me publicly. Instead, he made his decision quietly, deliberately. He took my hand and led me away from the crowd, and the rest of the office party went on as if nothing had happened. That evening, he didn't scream or strike. He let the consequences speak for themselves. The trust that had been broken would not be repaired easily, and he intended to show me exactly what that meant without resorting to spectacle. As we sat in the car afterward, the tension was unbearable. I wanted to speak, to explain, to beg, but his steady gaze warned me that words would not erase the betrayal. "You need to understand," he said softly, "that actions have consequences. And tonight, you crossed a line that can't be ignored." I nodded, feeling the weight of every choice I had made, every lie I had told, and every betrayal I had committed. For the first time, I saw the depth of the pain I had caused, not just to him but to myself. The thrill of the affair, the power I thought I had, all crumbled in the presence of his silent, terrifying control. By the time the night ended, I realized that my flirtation, my insult, and my reckless behavior had taught me a harsh lesson. Some lines, once crossed, change everything forever. And the most terrifying part wasn't his anger. It was the calm certainty that I had lost the safety of ignorance, and now I had to face the reality of my choices.